Hey Rosebuds, welcome back to my channel, Rose Culture. I'm Maya Rose Monroe, and today we'll be talking about Black women and the hate they give to each other. Now, before we get into it, if you could help a sister out, hit the subscribe button to become part of the Rosebud community and comment down below and give me some feedback on how you guys feel about this topic, because I love Black women. See, I know as an amazing Black woman that Black women are powerful, intelligent, and resilient. But there's this undeniable tension that exists between us. One that was shaped by history, society, and personal experiences. Why do we at times tear each other down instead of lifting each other up? That's what we're going to be talking about today. Black women weren't always at odds with each other. Before slavery and colonization, African societies thrived on unity, sisterhood, and communal support. Women worked together, raised children together, and leaned on each other for survival. Slavery interrupted this unity, forcibly separating Black people from their families, tribes, and cultural traditions. Enslaved Black women were pitted against each other in ways designed to break their bond. During slavery, lighter-skinned Black women, often the results of our ancestors being raped by white slave owners, were often given privileges, such as working in the house instead of the fields. Darker-skinned Black women were left to the hardest labors, which led to resentment and enforced colorism. Slave owners manipulated Black women by favoring those who were more obedient or seen as more desirable, causing jealousy and distrust. In many cases, women were forced to turn on each other just to survive. Sexual exploitation further divided Black women. White men often forced themselves on to enslave women, and sometimes those women were to blame for the abuse. Others saw them as chosen by the master, assuming they benefited from their position, not realizing they were victims. This created bitterness and distrust. By the time slavery ended, these divisions had been deeply ingrained into Black communities, setting the foundation for colorism, classism, and competition amongst Black women. After slavery, Black people had to navigate a racist society that viewed them as inferior. Black women in particularly were held to impossible standards, expected to be strong but not too aggressive, be beautiful but not threatening, be smart but not intimidating. Colorism created an unspoken hierarchy. Lighter-skinned Black women were often given more privileges in society, whether it's beauty standards, career opportunities, or relationships. This created resentment. Darker-skinned women felt overlooked, underappreciated, and devalued, while light-skinned women felt unfairly judged for something that was beyond their control. The brown paper bag test was actually a prime example of colorism in action. Many Black social organizations, churches, and sororities used this test, only allowing Black people with skin lighter than a brown paper bag to join. This enforced the idea that lighter was better, deepening the divide between Black women. Respectability politics also played a role. Black women were expected to prove their worthiness to white society by acting proper. Those who were seen as too loud, too ghetto, or too Black were judged harshly, even by other Black women who wanted to be accepted. So really quick, I want to tell you guys a little story of mine. My mother told me that when she was growing up, her and other Black families would always dress up when going to the doctor's office, the airport, or even the store. She wasn't allowed to leave the house without looking quote unquote presentable by society standards. That mindset still exists today. Honey, if you want to go out in a bonnet, a t-shirt, and some slides, oh, trust me, you're going to get judged. Now, I'm not saying you need to care about what people think. I'm just saying the reality is people are going to treat you based on how you look. Your personality, your education, your accomplishments, that doesn't matter to them. Just your appearance. Pretty privilege exists. And unfortunately, the world operates on first impressions. Now, I know we have all seen the mean girl mentality, the cliques, the side eye, the passive aggressive comments. It's not just a high school thing. Nah, it carries into adulthood and into workspaces, into social circles, and even online spaces. For many Black women, this behavior is a form of self-protection. Society already sees us as aggressive or difficult, so some of us adopt that I'll get you before you get me mindset. Instead of showing vulnerability, we put up walls, and sometimes those walls look like judgment, competition, and exclusion. Black women were once encouraged to straighten their hair just to fit in. Those who didn't were often viewed as, less attractive or unprofessional. This created a divide between women who conformed and those who embraced their natural features. The media, however, has been glorifying one type of Black woman, the light-skinned, long-hair, curvy woman. Dark-skinned women, plus-size, or unconventional-looking Black women are often overlooked or treated as less desirable. This fostered resentment and competition over who can fit into society's narrow beauty standards. Reality TV has also played a role in fueling this division. Shows like The Real Housewives and Love and Hip Hop profit from showing Black women fighting, being petty, and just straight up tearing each other down. The more drama, the more views. And even though I love RHOA, it does help normalize the idea that Black women don't get along. Success is often measured by money, looks, and social media status. Wealth and career jealousy are real issues. Some women resent seeing another Black woman make more money, getting a better job, or living a certain lifestyle. Instead of celebrating her success, they assume that she had an unfair advantage. Instagram and TikTok have pushed unrealistic beauty standards, making some Black women feel pressured to look a certain way. Surgery, designer clothes, perfect bodies. Those who don't fit the mold feel excluded, and those who do often judge. Instead of keeping conflicts private, many women take their issues to social media, exposing and embarrassing each other for likes and tweets. This deepens the divide. But let's just be real. Who taught us all of this? Who made us believe that there's only room for one of us at the top? One of the biggest issues we face is the stereotype of the angry Black woman. The moment that we express frustration, set boundaries, or demand respect, we're labeled as difficult. Because of this, some Black women take their frustration out on each other. Instead of allowing each other space to express emotions, we judge. She doing too much. She need to calm down. Instead, why don't we support each other instead of policing each other? It's time to break this cycle, y'all. We need to stop seeing ourselves through the same lens of stereotypes that were created to silence us. Society has strict beauty standards, and Black women face an extra layer of scrutiny. But if you're dark-skinned and plus size, you face even more judgment. Some women resent those who are naturally beautiful, while others feel unseen because they don't fit the beauty standard. Instead of celebrating different types of beauty, we criticize each other. You know, some women just don't know how to handle, another woman who is confident, happy, and successful. When a black person or a black woman is thriving, some people automatically look for something to bring her down with. But why? Why do we assume that the joy isn't real and that the confidence is actual arrogance? We're stronger together. Society already tried to divide us. Don't make the job easier for them. Compliment that woman, support her business, clap for her success, unlearn the competition mindset. There is room for all of us to succeed, okay? Check your biases, heal from past hurt. If another black woman has hurt you, acknowledge it, but don't turn it into bitterness towards all black women. Black women deserve peace, success, and love together. We are not each other's enemies, and the sooner we realize that, the stronger we will become. But I would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this topic? I mean, have you experienced or witnessed some of these issues in your own life? Let's talk about it down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new upload. I'll be diving into more topics about culture, history, and the realities that we live in today. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. And until next time, stay safe, take care of yourself, and stay true to yourself. God bless.